If you just picked up your new iPhone 15 or 15 Pro, you're probably looking to migrate from your old iPhone. And unless you're like me, who does this all the time like a crazy person, it's probably been a while, or maybe this is the first time you've ever had to do that. So in this video, I just want to go through a full walkthrough of how to migrate everything from your old iPhone to your new iPhone. That's your contacts, your settings, your data, your applications, your Apple Watch, and even your phone number. So buckle up and we'll get through this together. But there are a couple of things you need to do first. Now, there are a couple of ways to migrate all of your data, your apps, your settings from one iPhone to another, and we'll talk about all of those options in just a moment. But if you are going to be doing an iCloud restore, there is something you want to do first. You want to make sure you have a good iCloud backup. So to do that, you're going to go to Settings. You're going to click on your Apple ID at the top. Then you're going to click on iCloud and iCloud Backup. And here you're going to want to make sure that you do a current backup. If you have one from today, it's probably fine. But if you want to make sure you have the most up-to-date information, including text messages and iMessages, go ahead and hit backup now and let that complete. If you're somebody who actually prefers to use a computer to do their backups, you can still do that using iTunes on Windows or Finder on Mac. First, you need to connect your phone to the computer and then click on your phone, click on Encrypt Backup and type a password if requested, and hit Backup Now. Now that process can actually take a while depending on the age of your iPhone, how much data you have, and some other factors, so be patient. It's probably going to take a while. It took mine over an hour to do the backup. The next thing you're going to want to check on the old phone is how much storage you're using. Now chances are your new iPhone is going to have more storage than your old iPhone, especially if it's more than a couple years old, but we just want to check to make sure, because if there's too much data on your old iPhone and there's not enough space on the new one, you won't be able to do the transfer. So go into Settings, go into General, and go to iPhone storage. And here we can see that I have 112 gigabytes of storage out of 256. Well, this iPhone 15 that I have is a 128 gigabyte iPhone. So there's only a little bit of wiggle room left there. I probably want to go ahead and get rid of something just in case, so there's no issues with the migration. Now you might already have some recommendations right here that the iPhone is showing you to reduce some of that used storage. Offline unused apps means it will remove the application from your iPhone, but just kind of leave a little grayed out icon so you can still get it back anytime you want. And it keeps the data and settings on your iPhone, so you don't have to like reset up everything again. And down here, I have enabled offline maps, and it's showing me that I have 522 megabytes that I can probably get rid of. So I'll just go ahead and, let's see, we'll just go ahead and delete Call of Duty because it's a huge app and that'll save us a little bit of space. So we'll just go ahead and delete app. And now we have just 91.6 gigabytes used on this old iPhone. So there's plenty of room between that and 128 gigabytes. All right, so now the fun part, setting up my brand new iPhone 15. Now, luckily, Apple will help you out with the initial setup process, including things like Wi-Fi and your Apple ID. When you have your old iPhone unlocked, you'll get a prompt asking if you want to use it to set up your new iPhone. Go ahead and hit continue. And then it wants to basically do a handshake between the two devices. So you're going to use your old iPhone to scan this orbiting orb code thing on the new iPhone, and that will link the two iPhones together. And you can see it says getting things ready over here, and over here it says waiting on the other iPhone. So now it's asking, who am I setting this iPhone up for? Well, it's for me, so we'll click me and get started. Now it wants the passcode of the previous iPhone, so we'll go ahead and enter that, and we'll give it just a moment here. And it may take just a moment to activate your brand new iPhone. Oh, I do want to mention that this process of migrating from one device to another can take a while, so you probably want to go ahead and plug in both of your devices. That way, when you're done migrating, you have a full battery on your new iPhone to play around with. Well, Apple doesn't actually include power adapters in the boxes for iPhones anymore, and that's where our sponsor Ugreen can help. These are the Ugreen Nexode RG 30 watt and 65 watt chargers, and they are the cutest, most unique chargers that I have ever seen. These Robot GaN, or RG chargers with GaN, have a friendly face that let you know when your device is charging. The Nexode RG chargers will charge all of your family devices like phones, tablets, laptops, or even gaming devices and more. The Ugreen Nexode RG 65 watt charger can charge 3 devices at one time, including fast charging a MacBook Air to 70% in just 1 hour. The 30 watt RG charger is able to charge up your brand new iPhone 15 up to 60% in 30 minutes, or allow you to charge and keep playing your favorite game. And when charging is complete, the friendly face will change to let you know you can unplug. The unique design of the Robot GaN is also a protective shell for added durability, and when I showed these to my wife, she almost died and said she wants one for her desk. Of course, the RG chargers employ all the Ugreen tech you expect, like thermal guard protection, which checks temperature 238 times per second, and GaN Fast Tech for fast, energy-efficient cool, and compact devices. If you want to power up with Robot GaN, you can pick up one of these new RG chargers from Ugreen today by using the link and code in the description below. And my thanks to Ugreen for sponsoring this video. And there we go. So now it's asking if we want to transfer our number from the old phone to the new phone. If you're unaware, in the United States, the new iPhones do not have physical SIM cards. In previous years, you were able to take out the SIM card physically from one iPhone and put it into another if you wanted, or your new iPhone would come with a new SIM card already in and you would activate it with your carrier. Well, now you can just do a migration from one to the other directly without having to deal with a carrier or a physical card. Some people like it, some people don't. I haven't had any issues so far. So let's go through that process. Now, of course, this is going to depend on the carrier that you have. If you live in the United States and you have one of the big carriers, AT&T, T-Mobile, Verizon, this should work no problem. Other carriers or MVNOs that run on those networks may not work so flawlessly. You may have to use an app. For example, like Google Fi or Mint Mobile, you're going to have to use the app on the new phone once you're set up to migrate the number. But because I'm using AT&T in this instance, we will go ahead and go through the transfer. So I want to transfer the iPhone. So you do have the option just to set up later in settings, but we want to go ahead and transfer that number now. Now I do have two numbers on my old iPhone, one for AT&T, one for Google Fi, and the only one that's available for me to transfer is my AT&T number. So I'll go ahead and select that and hit continue. Now it's asking again, are you sure you want to transfer your phone number over? Once it's started, you can't really stop the process. Transfer number. And this will take just a couple of minutes, assuming everything goes as it should. It is a little nerve-wracking waiting for it to finish because if it fails, I have to call the carrier and that stinks. And success, that number did transfer successfully. It did take about 2 minutes, so give it just a moment if you're starting this process. Go ahead and hit continue. And now it's saying there is an important software update. So the first batch of iPhone 15s actually shipped with a bit of a bug that caused an issue when you were migrating data from one to the other. So Apple wants you to go ahead and update your brand new iPhone 15 first to avoid any issues like that. So we'll just go ahead and update now because we don't want to run into any issues during the migration. We'll hit agree. All right, so the update completed. It took about 10 minutes and now we can continue. So it's asking about our preference for appearance. We'll just go ahead and leave it for default, but you can make it larger if you need to. But also over here, it's asking us to basically do what we did at the beginning and pair these two iPhones together so you can do the transfer. And that's because we had to do the reboot during the update. So again, you're going to have to use your old iPhone to scan the new one, and that will sync them up so that we can migrate information over as needed. So again, we're setting up the iPhone for me, enter the PIN code of the previous iPhone. Now it wants you to set up Face ID, and that is super simple. So we'll just go ahead and hit continue. And what it wants you to do is basically just turn your head and look around like that, and it scans your face. So we'll hit get started, position our face in there. And I like to look left, and then just move your head in a circle. And there you go, Face ID is complete. Now, if you are wearing masks, you can go ahead and use Face ID with a mask, which basically scans your face again, which you can do in settings if you don't do it now. But you know what? It only takes a second. We'll just go ahead and do it now. So we'll position our face, and you know what? We'll go to the right this time and around. And there we go. So now it wants a third scan without my glasses. I continue. Look up and around. There we go. Easy peasy. Face ID is now complete. So we'll go ahead and hit continue. And now it shows you two different transfer options. The first one is download from iCloud. Remember that backup that we did at the beginning of the video? Yeah, it's for that. So you can download the most recent backup. Then the other option here is transfer from iPhone. That creates a direct Wi-Fi connection between the old iPhone and the new iPhone. And you're probably wondering, why would I download from the internet when I have my old iPhone right here? Well, speed. When you do a migration from one iPhone to another directly, that process can take quite a long time depending on the amount of data you have, how old your old iPhone is, and some other things. And during that time, you are unable to use both of those iPhones. But when you restore from an iCloud backup, that process takes about 15 minutes to bring down the initial data. Then you can use your phone, and then it downloads all the rest of it in the background while you're using your phone. And during that time, your old iPhone is still usable. So you're not locked out of both devices when doing the restore. And like I mentioned at the beginning, there are other options available. So let's see what those are. So again, we have iCloud backup. We have iPhone to iPhone transfer. We have from a Mac or PC. So if you backed up your iPhone to a computer, that's what you would choose. And then you have from Android or don't transfer anything. So in the name of speed, we're going to do the migration from iCloud backup. So we'll say iCloud backup, and it's asking for your Apple ID. Great, now it's signing into my Apple ID and terms and conditions. I agree, of course. And this is going to take a few minutes, and what it's doing is setting up your Apple ID for things like iCloud and the App Store and whatever else. And you get this cute little fun animation that just goes around and around and around and around. And after it scans, you're going to get a list of your iPhone backups. And I want to do my backup from this iPhone from today, so I'll click on that one. Now it's asking, what all do I want to transfer over? And you can see what each one of these options are. One is apps and data. Do I want to move all of my applications and data from this iPhone or the backup of this iPhone to here? Yeah, I do want to do that. Do I want to move my settings and screen time information and Siri information, all that? Yeah, I want to do that. Items in your Apple Wallet and connections. So Apple Watch. Yes, this migration process will move your iPhone that's paired with one iPhone to the new iPhone. Now I do want to do all of that, so I'm going to hit continue because this is going to be my new iPhone for the moment. And the first thing it's going to show you is your debit cards and credit cards in Apple Wallet. So I'm going to skip over that. But what you need to do for those is just enter your 3-digit code and verify those cards again, and it will continue to the next one. So I'm going to skip right over the Apple Wallet portion. I'm just hitting add this card later on all of them. There we go. Now it's asking about emergency SOS. Says iPhone is ready to help in an emergency. It's giving you information about how to use those for crash detection, or if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you need satellite to get help. We'll hit continue. And now the restore process is starting. And as you can see, we have full access to our old iPhone. It is not tied up in the migration process. Now I'm going to time this restore because it usually takes about 10 or 15 minutes before you're up and running. Again, it downloads what it needs to get you started, and then it will continue to download everything else in the background. Now, just a quick time check. It's been just about 3 minutes and the iPhone just started its first reboot. There's usually a couple of reboot cycles as it goes through the restore process. And since we no longer need the old iPhone to finish, we'll just go ahead and set it aside. Wow, okay, that was quick. It actually only took about 4 minutes to do the restore using iCloud backup this time. That's pretty quick, faster than it has for me in previous times. But now my watch is vibrating, asking me if I want to pair it with this new iPhone. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. We'll hit OK. Enter your PIN number for your watch. Now the watch is going to go through a reset process and pair to the new iPhone. You should get a notification on the watch and or the phone when it is completed. So let's see what we got. And there we go. Look at that. We have basically my settings and configuration of the old iPhone on the new one. So it is downloading everything in the background. Do I want to share location from this iPhone? Yes, this is going to be my main iPhone for the moment. So use. And you can see all these icons are grayed out as it downloads them in the background or any data that's associated with those applications. But at least now you are able to actually use your phone to do some things while it's doing everything else in the background. You can open up Safari, you can set up email accounts, you can call people or text people. Now some things will take a little while to download, so you'll start getting photos popping in at some point, probably within a couple of minutes, and then it's going to take a while to download basically your whole library. So just give that time to refresh in the background. And that's pretty much it for this process. We moved everything from the iPhone 14 Pro over to the iPhone 15. It's going to take some time to get all of the data downloaded, but it'll get there. We also moved my phone number using an eSIM. Again, and that process went pretty smoothly. It took about 2 minutes, but it was okay. We did have to do an update on the iPhone 15 to avoid any potential bugs. That did take about an additional 10 minutes. But we saved a lot of time on the iCloud restore rather than doing device-to-device transfer, and so that worked out. And it asked us to pair our watch to the new iPhone. And speak of the watch, it just finished. So now we are all set. Our Apple Watch is now paired with our new iPhone. All in all, it was a pretty smooth process. It'll probably take you about 20 to 25 minutes to do your migration, which isn't bad considering everything that it's doing. So I hope that this video was helpful and maybe it alleviated any stress or any worries about doing this migration. It's pretty straightforward, so you can do it. I know you can. But if you have any questions, let me know down in the comments below. And of course, I'll be pumping out some iPhone 15 and iPhone 15 Pro content, so definitely hit subscribe if you want to see those videos. Hit the thumbs up button if you liked it, and I'll see you next time.